Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here, looking at the ES today, the S&P Mini, to trade the day. And just to show you how I always say, know your levels, know your patterns, know the actual ticks that matter. Not every tick is the same. By the way, this is not the ES here. I'm looking at the FANG collection. So Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and the two Google tickers. The range is tight. Move is coming. This is just a daily. So pick your poison. Up or down, why do I care? This is what, 40% of the NASDAQ? So it matters. Okay, so back to the ES. I'm going to reset it to daily and go to, I don't know, 60-minute. But I'll tell you that before the day started, I already had a map in the chat room, so you should have a similar map. It all depends on how fast you're trading. So this is an hour chart, so every candle is 1 hour. You can see overnight we had some funky upticks. So if I go to 5 minutes, it'll be for more active trading. But I'll show you the actual picture I shared in the morning before everything started. So these are the levels that matter in the S&P. This is the ES also, a 5-minute chart. So overnight we had some bunk headlines. I call them bunk because the White House told us only 3 people can speak for the White House. It's Trump, Lighthizer, and Navarro. The rest, sources say, and people close to the matter don't matter. So I don't chase those headlines. The headline yesterday that we should have chased was Powell. He said the non-QE QE. That should have been the headline to chase. Relief pops, relief of a deal or relief of a can kick in China is shortable. So not saying to short anything. Long term, this doesn't matter. All right, so the important lines I drew, these green things, and I said, okay, so 29... 08, 09, 08 should have been pivotal, and it was. I think 07 was the low on this dip. Actually, you know, this is not live trading, so it did dip to it. You can check your charts. And here we are now. We are, again, we recovered a little bit, and we're struggling with 29.20. I say struggling because this is an area where somebody long will exit. This is also an area that was an exit yesterday. This is above the value area high of today, which is important. So we're going to ping pong probably between these two until one gives way. If this one gives way, the low of today's open session, then we look at the point of control, which is 28.98. Let's call it 28.99, 28.98, and see what happens. And if that fails, I'll look at the overnight low for whatever reason, or even the morning low pre-open. So this is how I come up with the levels. I look to see what happened before. So now you can see that we've been open for a few hours. We can see that there is a definite pattern, and there's interest up here, and there's interest down here, and anything in between should be not a place to start anything. So it depends on where I go. If I try a long, once I come back to here, I should exit around here, and I don't start chasing longs up here unless they go above and start using it as support. I don't know what the heck that was about. But it's definitely not a point. But it's interesting to note that it was a volume spike from yesterday, so I put a line right there. I didn't put it right here. I put it right here from yesterday's action. This was also, wow. Okay, here's another note. The point of control yesterday was so much higher than the low. For the last 2 or 3 days before that, that was the opposite. Okay, if you don't know what the volume profiles are, then this statement is probably confusing to you. Let's just put it this way. There was a lot of interest up here yesterday, more so than down here, so in volume terms. So this is how I'm reading this chart. Anyway, email me if you want to get in on the chat room. It's a lot of fun, and more heads together make fewer mistakes. Nick signing out.